Yes, yes. If you read the headline, it's absolutely true. And I'm going to break this down because I thought long and hard about this. And it's true. I waited way too long. I actually did a video over it. And I didn't tell anybody to buy or sell. I literally said, "Hey, here are the comparison to this, and this." So it's three tokens, right? I did a comparison by 1, 2, and 3. And I had said, "Listen, if you put this amount in here in time, it could hit these numbers." That's what I did. In time, it could hit these numbers. Okay? So the token that I'm going to discuss, and it's kind of two of them in a way. I'm trying to think. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm just looking at some of these numbers. Wow, it actually hit some of these numbers here. I'm going to show you this because you can be like, for real? You may already know what it is. Okay, so let me break this down. My name is Adam Shelton, the captain. Welcome to the show today. We got a good one today on a beautiful day. All right. Everybody's sitting there hiding and scared and all this other stuff. There's other things going on. Touch the grass. I touch the grass and I'm going to touch the beach tomorrow. That's something I'm going to do. I hope you do the same. And because things are going to be all right. But in terms of I should have sold this token, yeah. Okay. So, all right. Let me show you a little bit. Now, a little backstory on this. I did some videos over this token. I took profit, but I didn't take like the profit I needed to. All right. This is a couple of years ago. I'll just give you a backstory. This is a few years ago. W said it's just oh man. I'll get to it, man. Let me just say I'll get to it as well. So I was doing videos of this and I was inspiring. I was like, listen, they're building this, they adding this, and it's true. They were building things, they were adding things as well. But the thing about it though, I kind of forgot myself. I was sitting there helping other people to research it and make a decision on getting this and showing up on all these type of things. I forgot myself. I took a little profit out and I kind of forgot my own plan at that time. Because originally I was like, listen, hits this. I'm taking profit here. I did this. Here, I waited for the bus to come. The bus came several times, a few times. I let it go by. I literally let the bus go by. I literally said, I'm going to sell it at this area, here, and here. 4 spots, okay? I did the first spot, and I said, I waited for the second one. The bus went by. This was a Greyhound bus. The third one came by. Oh, man, that was a charter bus. Flew by. I didn't even take it. And then the fourth one came by. Oh, man, that was that mega bus. Remember the big mega bus? Passed me by. I sat there and just watched. And the thing about it, though, the bus stopped and asked me, do I want to go on there? I said, go on by. Because I literally forgot. Yeah, I did. And I'm into that. I just forgot I got my own stuff. I forgot to be like, listen, you're the captain. You're supposed to take the profit. And I didn't do it. I mean, I didn't do it as much as I need to. And he said, the thing about this, guys, in the bear market, this is the time you learn from previous mistakes. Because when the bull comes, there ain't going to be a lot. Sometimes it may not be a lot of time to be on the fly. You got to be like, hits here, I'm doing this. I'm adding more if it hits here. Game planning, going through stuff. Because we all got our stories. We all got our stuff. Even the people ain't saying nothing, they got losses. They just probably in the corner and not saying anything. We all have losses. I don't care who you are. We all have losses here. We all got losses. We got wins and losses. A lot of times people don't talk about the losses. Why? Because they don't want to talk about them. You know, it could be something in here. So I'm going to show you this. This is a breakdown on what I was thinking. And I was like, hey, if it hits here, we're good. Okay. If you don't know. Okay. So here it is. Bring it up. Okay, so here it is. So I did a video almost 4 years ago. I broke this down. Shiba, Saitama, and Shinobi. I said amount invested, current price, and then I put predictions and I put 22 estimated market cap. Now, Shinobi did hit billions. It did. Saitama hit 7, and Shiba actually did hit that 54. Okay, so, oh my God. So, little backstory. Let me break this. My backstory. Okay, I just want to show you that, and I bring back to it. At that time, Shiba was at $19 billion market cap. $19 billion market cap. And it actually was coming down. Shiba was coming down at the time. Shiba was coming down. Now, I still was holding Shiba. Remember, I made the mistake. I didn't buy enough when I needed to. That was my Shiba mistake. Early on, I had a millionaire friend said, listen, you need to buy this. August of 2020. Never going to forget it. He said, buy this token. Don't worry about it. Just buy it because there wasn't no research. I was like, nah, I got Cardano, XRP, Bitcoin. I was like, nah. I bought it late. I bought it early, but not enough. Ended up buying in December, some in January. So I bought it, but I didn't get enough. And by the time when it rolls up, I got profit, but nowhere near what I needed to. That was my mistake. My second mistake was Saitama. Now, Saitama, I learned a little bit from the Shiba one. Okay, I learned a little bit from the Shiba. So Saitama, I got in early, and I let that thing rise up, and I went to the event. I took some profit, about 30%. I should have took about 60 to 70%. At the high peak, I should have been 67%. I only took about 30% of that motherfucker. That thing went to 7 billion. It went to 7 billion. I only took 30%. I was at the damn event. I swear to God, I was at the event. So let me bring this back. My mistake on Shiba that you see there, I didn't buy enough. If you're just joining in, I didn't buy enough Shiba in 2020. And I did not buy enough Shiba early 2021. So let me do a backstory on all three of these things, okay? In early 2021, I bought a little bit. A little bit. My millionaire friend backed the bread truck up and was loading up like a soldier. I was loading up like an ant. Like a lost ant. When it came up, I took some profit. Millionaire friend bought like 2 or 3 Lambos that day. A purple or green one. At least 2. I know 2. He called me on the phone. I was like devastated. Was in the corner. Had good profit. And a lot of people that, bought Shiba early. I wasn't the only person talking about Shiba. A bunch of people do. So I can't say I was the person because I was just one of hundreds of people was talking about Shiba. So I ain't going to claim that. I know they made some profit. Someone got in at the top and all that kind of stuff. I get it. Shiba's going to have another nice run in the bull run, in my opinion. What they're building is pretty phenomenal. They just need time, just like a lot of these projects. So my problem with Shiba, well, my fault. I don't blame me. I didn't buy enough at the early time that I was told to do it. I didn't do it. My Saitama problem was I bought the motherfucker. I bought it. I bought it. I hold on like it was a pillow. I was like, sweet. I was just like, what's that guy? Sweet God and a little cold. Oh yeah, I was doing this, doing a bunch of videos about it. People liking it. It was going up. To me, I had enough Saitama. At least I thought I did. So what? I was like, I ain't gonna do that. I'm good. I'm good. My issue was when it went up, I took 30% and I didn't take my 60 to 70% that I planned to do. I said, when it gets to these billions, let me out. Now, at this time, it went down to 2 billion at December of 2021. Late December 2021. It went down from the 7 billion peak. it went down for the 7 billion. So it was 2 billion, still was. I already had took profit, and then I added more. I was adding a little bit more Saitama on the way down. And then we had another pump around January, if you remember. About January of 2022, we had another pump, and I took a little bit more profit there. I took more profit there. But it was nowhere near at the peak. So I started taking profit at certain marks, certain points of the project here. And so my mistake is when it was at its peak, I took 30%. And I was at the damn event. I saw the whole thing, the entire process. I saw it. I was there. So, yeah, I mean, you said nick of time, you got out a little profit. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I stayed in it. I only took 30% out of it. And the thing is, I had planned to take out 60 to 70% at the peak. That was my goal. I was like, man, hit these numbers. And the fact is, it actually exceeded what I thought it was going to be. I put down about 5 billion. I put 5 billion down. I thought Saitama hit about 4 to 5 billion. That thing went to 7 billion. So it exceeded. And I was like, let me take 30%. And the thing about it, though, I didn't take all 30% at once. It was like small combinations, 10% here, 4%. It was just little small ones, but it added up to 30%. So going back over this, by December, and that was November when it hit. Okay, let me go back. That was November when it hit 7 billion. Like about mid-November, it hit 7 billion. Okay, so that was the area. I didn't take profit at the time that I written down, so I didn't. That was my issue there. And when December came, it was 2 billion. It was still good. And to me, I thought it was going to go back up to 11 billion. That's why I put that estimating there, the estimation there. And Shiba did not go back to 54 billion. And Saitama didn't go to 11 billion. Now, the next one, Shinobi, was at 374. Now, Shinobi did hit $1 billion market cap, over $1 billion. Now, my issue with Shinobi was I had a Shiba and Saitama experience. And I'm like, let's keep it going. So I took some of my profit from Saitama and I moved them over to Shinobi. So I was like, you know what? I don't get one of these bastards. I don't get this shit right. So my Shinobi, bro, I was watching everything like a hawk. Okay, here. Still doing a lot of videos because I learned, I had Shiba and Saitama. I had the experience. The first one with Shiba, I didn't get enough when I needed to. And I had the money for it. I actually had the funds for it. Saitama, I got enough, but I didn't take the much profit at the top. So I'm like, God damn, I can't get this right. Man, Shinobi came, and I didn't want nothing to do with Shinobi at the time because at that time, I was Shiba and Saitama. I didn't necessarily was like, I'm good, you know, because I was just kind of like, I'm good. Got a little profit. And at that time, Vault was getting ready. Vault, Shiba Dotes, all these other nice meme coin projects were getting ready to get started. I'm like, I'll just jump on one of those. And if it's good, I'll start talking about it, get some people in, let them get excited about it. Because at that time, we had all these really good, big community meme coins. We don't really, and that's what we're really missing. And I think it's the bear really kind of really wrecked people. Because I remember, Vault was a big community. Shiba, Saitama, Shiba Doge, Vault. All these other ones, man. And I feel like we're going to get back to that at some point. At some point, we're going to get back to that. But that was crazy because like one project was like hit up to $1 billion or high 100 millions or whatever. Another one turned around and did the same thing or before. It was a pretty good time. But anyway, didn't mean to go too much of the rant right there. So with Shinobi, I was like, let me show you the chart again. Okay. With Shinobi, I was like 374 million at that time. I already had a decent amount. I had a good amount. I was still adding at the time. And value. So that $1,000, I'll put in that $1,000. What that meant. God damn. So the supply was huge on Shinobi. See that big supply on Shinobi was huge. That thing was that bigger than, damn, I think that's bigger than, that might be bigger than Saitama. God, wait. And back then, the meme coins, all of them had all this supply, and a lot of it's just a bunch of supply. You got like trillions of this stuff. It was really hard to really. It was kind of like it was cool back then because of reflections, and that was just the thing. Oh, I got about 5 trillion of this. That was the thing back then. But now it's like, nah, you don't see memes that big anymore. You see them actually at 100 million or a billion. The most I've seen is a billion. The most I seen was a billion. Yeah, the Shinobi day. So Shinobi, so then at that time, Saitama was going down, Shiba was going down. So people's attention went to Shinobi. Because look at it, 374 million at that date that you see there, December 28, 2021. So everybody now was moving over to Shinobi because Saitama had the event. Saitama had the event. People were like, I don't know about this. And then Shiba just it had that top there, and that shit started slowly going down. So I think people thought that Shiba and Saitama wouldn't necessarily get back. So everybody was getting on Shinobi, and Shinobi came out was like a ninja Shiba in a way. It was like a ninja Shiba in a way. And so I was just like, man, this is pretty cool. So I started loading up on Shinobi. Shinja, Shinobi. Love the name Shinja. Talked to the team, the dev. I was excited about it. And so my issue with Shinobi was, it wasn't that I didn't get enough, and I did get in early. So I'm already ahead in the mentality. Because Shiba, I didn't get enough. Saitama, I didn't take profits at the top. So my thing was, I was sitting there like, I'm not going to mess up like I did the other two. I just messed up. We all make mistakes. I think the problem with Shinobi was I was probably too intense with it. I was too picky. Everything, if I saw things go down a little bit, I was just kind of like on pins and needles. So if that thing was like 500 million and that thing dropped to like 400 million, I was just like, I was already moving stuff around. With Shinobi, I just wasn't relaxed. I just was not relaxed, and I got off my game plan. I was more relaxed on Saitama, much more than Shinobi was. I was just afraid of making the same mistakes, that anytime that chart or there was negative news or just a product didn't come out the way it needed to be, I was like this. I was moving stuff around, things like I was just moving stuff around. And I said, I waited too long to sell this token was my mentality, I lost my game plan because the other two, I didn't want to mess up so much. Where Shinobi, I was selling things because I was afraid that was the top. I was like, Shinobi ain't gonna get to a billion. Maybe I was like, maybe they won't get to a billion. So instead of selling it 20%, 30%, so when they hit like 600 million, I literally said sell 20%. I ended up selling 45% because I thought that was the top. So with Shinobi, I was selling more aggressively, like at points where I didn't plan to. And so then what happened was I sold too much too early. And then a little bit I had, I waited too late. Because then I was like, damn, I sold it so much early where I want to have a little bit for this run. And I just waited too long because I sold too early. I sold too much too early. So really I should have said I waited too long to sell the token. I was too aggressive early. And then I didn't sell at the time. I waited too long to sell the rest of it, or at least more of it. I was jacked up because I was like, man, Shiba and Saitama, hey, damn. So that was my thing. And this is 4 years ago kind of stuff, guys. I obviously know or definitely won't do any of this stuff. But at the time, like I was doing videos, I was like telling people, hey, I was just really, explain to what I'm seeing. This is what they got going on. They got this exchange. This is how you get onto exchange. This is how you get into the token. This is how you buy, sell, and hold the token. I was good on that. But on my own stuff, because I would tell people not, it's not financial advice. You need to do what you want. I was just basically telling people, here are the options you can do, just like this. Here are the options you can do. You put $1,000, this is where projected, estimated could go. You make your own decisions there. For me I was like, it hit 600 million. I took 45% out. I should have took 20% out because it ended up going much higher than that, $1 billion. Then I should have took the 45%. But I was afraid that might have just been the top. Even though I put the estimating that it's going to go to over $1 billion, $2 billion, whatever, things happens and it may not. Things just happens. And, things happen. So I was like, man, I'm gonna make sure I got something. I'm just like Denzel Washington. I'm coming home with something. I might not win an Oscar, but I'm coming home with something. Oh yeah, I'm coming home with something. So that was my thing. And so, yeah, so with Shinobi, it did hit, way over $1 billion. And I waited too long because then I was overthinking the process. So when it did get over $1 billion, I didn't have as much left. So I was waiting for extra billions because I didn't have much left. I'm telling you, 600 million, I was selling 45%. At 800 million, I was selling another 10%, another 15%, 900. I was that guy. And I didn't pace myself because of the last two. I was like, man, I can't mess up. And I was just overthinking the process. I'm just keeping it real. I just overthought the process. I was getting profit. But then once I only had about, by the time it was like way over $1 billion, bro, I only had like 20% left that I originally started with. So then I'm like, I gotta wait till it gets to higher to see a decent profit out of it. At least that's what I was thinking. And that was my problem. I took too much too early, and that could happen. But I thought like maybe I'm wrong because I estimated it hit X amount of billion. I was right on that. It did hit way over $1 billion, but then it was like a lot of stuff was going on, like back and forth, a lot of stuff. And then I remember remember Shinobi, they used to have these live AMAs like every night inside their in their group on YouTube. And I remember they got the guy off Cobra Kai. Remember him? They got him they got a live video with him. And he literally was doing spots for them. I was like, this thing is about to blow up. And at that time, I think I might have had about 30-40% left. And I was like, I'm just going to wait. And what I should have did was I showed too much early. I should have started selling more of it around that time because it just went crazy. Shinobi went crazy in the price. Then there was a lot of shady stuff and then a lot of things in the background. All these V2s happening, a lot of shady stuff going on there. Shinobi was just as corrupt as Saitama was, the old Saitama. It was just corrupt. It didn't go as high as Saitama in the market cap, but it definitely had that potential at one particular time. It did have that potential. But with Shinobi, I just didn't pace myself as well as I could have done. Saitama, I paced myself very well. I just didn't take enough profit at the time. And Shinobi, I just didn't. I was all like back and forth. Could it be like great news here? Then it'd be bad news. It was like a car windshield. It was like this. It'd be good news, and then be bad news. It was like that. So I was like, shit. And I was like, should I? I was doing all of this. See, with XRP and VeChain, I'm cool. I know those ain't going anywhere. I didn't have to play that game. And this is one reason why I think people sometimes may just stick with like, the blue chip type projects because, XRP and VeChain ain't going nowhere. So VeChain XRP, where I made a good amount of profit, I didn't have to do the teeter-totter because like the team is bullish. They're building something that people are going to use, people already using. You know, with XRP, 300 plus financial institutions use XRP all the time to send money all over the place. And that's not going to stop because they're getting a lot of value from that. Same thing with VeChain, with the whole cross chain and the, you know, all that kind of stuff, production chain that they're using. So I think what Shinobi was trying to jump into that, be that meme coin, that because they were trying to build a blockchain and everything. They were trying to become the meme coin, but more serious. They were trying to go after Shiba. They were trying to go with Shiba. And people who miss Shiba and miss Saitama was like, hey, yeah, they're going in. Even though they may not believed it, they were just hoping. You know, so but they had things there. But then on Shinobi was another thing, was it was just too inconsistent. It was high expectations, and it was high expectation, that thing. And it was hard to I think on their end, and they kind of set them too high. They set them too high. And I really felt like it, you know, we all, like, I know I started to believe it, and then I started taking steps back once I start seeing things that wasn't happening. My thing is that I can always say this, is that stick to your plan, make adjustments, but make smarter adjustments. With my Shinobi plan, I had a nice plan. I got away from it because I allowed it to get to me. I allowed it to get to me because, hell, I made this video right here. I'm like, shit, 374 million. I'm already in, bruh. I'm in, like, you know, I'm in to win. So I'm like, shoot, my $1,000, and I put more than 1,000 there. I'm good. It hit that shit, bro. It hit that 8 billion mark. We're good. So, yeah. Set 20, and that's 21,000, 8 billion. But I had more than 1,000 in there because I took some of my profit from Saitama at the time and moved it over there. And I'm like, yeah, bro. Yeah. So those were the days. Yeah, man. It was crazy. Saitama. The old Saitama, you need to get the new Saitama, the new SWP. There's a new SWP, actually. You need to check that one out. There's a new one there. There's a new one there. It's like right here. So check it out. So all these here, I was looking at this. What meme coins have you not voted for? So the SWP, the one right here, that's the one I would that's why I would take a good look at right there. So that one right there, I would take a look at. Yeah. So yeah, man, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about SWP, the new Saitama one. I really feel like this one has the bones to not only get to a high market cap, but stay there, because there's actually realistically plans to keep it there. And then with the old Saitama they actually had plans, but they didn't have the capabilities. They didn't really have, like, they overexerted themselves. They didn't really have all the pieces in place to really do it. They just said what we wanted to hear. But back then, but deep down, they just didn't have the capabilities of doing it. Now, this team here, the new SWP, it's funny that you mentioned this. They actually do have those deals. I wish sold Saitama the night you review it. You're out. Oh, yeah. So how that happened, I got out completely because I started seeing things in there like, nah. Because I had a little bit left. I had a little bit of the old Saitama left. I put like, hey, I'm out of this. And then that's when, went crazy. That's when people was really, well, yeah, it went kind of crazy. It was out of hand, man. It was out of hand. And I let people know. I was like, I'm out. I saw something that day and yesterday. I was like, no, I'm out. And I let people know. I was like, I'm out. So, because I started seeing some things that wasn't good. It just wasn't good. A lot of shitty stuff. And that was after me giving them another chance. Because remember, at the event was kind of disappointing. It was good to network with people and get a chance to know people, but it was disappointing to the fact that it just wasn't, it wasn't what it needed to be, So it definitely wasn't there as well. I hope we all are wiser for the next bull. I think so. Yeah. I mean, if you learn from your mistakes, absolutely. I know this was like, after Shinobi, I really started to really rethink of that. And the thing about it, guys, some of the other plays, I was fine. It was just those three those three, Shiba, Saitama, and Shinobi, those are the three there that kind of just got me like it. The other ones, man, I was fine. It wasn't really, it was fine. It was, you got your stuff. It wasn't a whole lot of drama. It was some shit ass drama with Shinobi, man. It was, because I was going crazy in the background, and I was just selling at I was selling 40 to 50% at a $600 million market cap, which this was plagued to go way over $1 billion, and it did. And I knew it. I was like, this. But I told myself, maybe something might happen, because I was thinking about Saitama. You know how Saitama, I was thinking maybe they may pull a Saitama. I was overthinking the process myself. I didn't want that to go to other people. So I was overthinking it. But then when I do a video, I stuck to what it really was happening. On the other side, I'm sitting here like, damn, this thing may be at the top at 600 million. But I do a video, we're going to 1 billion. But the thing is, it did, and I knew it. I was overthinking the process. So I was telling the truth. Yeah, I was overthinking the process. I didn't stick to what I was saying, and I was like, man, this ain't gonna do this. Ain't gonna do this, But I was going crazy with this, and so now these are the times to probably you find your low cap token, your low cap market cap. These are the days now. Right now, before we move, I hope you are into a low cap project that has a lot of potential. I hope you are into them. Somebody send me something about that. Someone send me something here. I'm going to take a look at it. I don't know if you guys heard of this. Someone send me this. I don't know if you heard of this token here called the Munchin Groundhog. So someone sent me this just a few minutes ago. It's a low market cap. It is. The liquidity here is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I got to see the potential out of it. I've got to see the potential out of it. But it's a low market cap, but we'll take out the Twitter page, things like that. Someone send me this. And these are the times you check out all kinds of stuff. I'm not saying you need to buy anything, but this is the time you need to check out stuff. So this is it. I mean, it's when it comes to these projects, it's all about the community. Like all this stuff, like you got all it's all gonna be about the community. It's all gonna be about the community here. Any low cap market cap project, it's all going to be about the community. That's cute there. I like that. That's cute. Doing your spaces, doing your Telegram stuff. So I mean, it's a low market cap, but if the community stick together, then it could be something. And honestly, guys, here's the thing about another thing. That's the ground. People may laugh at low caps like that or something that's $1 million. Bro, I'm telling you, all it takes is just something, you hanging around long enough and you get that momentum. That's all it takes. And so someone sent me the groundhog thing. And they want me to take a look at it. Sure, I'll take a look at it. Sure. Yeah, you got 77K. It's low market cap here. It's not a lot of traction. However, it's going to be all about the community. A project like this, it's all going to be the community sticking together and staying together, and continue putting content out, sticking together. But it may be something. We got a little potential there. You know what I'm saying? Even at something that's under 100K, man. I've seen things under 100K that went to like 10 million. So our website is live. Let me check out the website here. Groundhog. Have we passed Groundhog Day? Have we passed Groundhog Day? I don't know if we passed Groundhog Day. So, but yeah, I mean, it's got some potential here. I mean, update your socials. You need to I always put your website there. I definitely will add your website on your DEX tools. Also, I would maybe get on Ticker Trending. Another one here is get on contact Ticker Trending. Get on Ticker Trending. Pablo Crow, get on Ticker Trending, and I'll show you. The one recommendation I would tell them to do is get on Ticker Trending. All right, got the memes going on. Create your own memes. You know, that's the thing now. Everyone's want to create their memes now. Oh, I didn't even know about this. So you can create your stuff, put the okay, this is actually creative here. Bro, this is cool. So you can create your memes on here. This is actually not bad. This is cool. Hell, I would, bro, whoever sent me this, listen, I would have this. I would be doing content over that. I would be showing, bro, I will be showing so much of this. This is actually good. Man, this is I am adding more. You know what? Add more of these items on here. Oh, you guys can't see it. Sorry about that. But like this right here, munch your own meme. This is actually pretty cool. Like you can put a little hat on here. You can change the hat. I will be, whoever sent me this, I will be doing more content over this. Look at this. Like you can add the background. Listen, all right, just a tip. One thing I would do, definitely get your add your website on your Dex tools. And then y'all need to be putting, yeah, I would be doing content, making my own meme. What I would do is this Groundhog, put other characters in there, put like a Pepe, Sheba, put them in there, put other projects, put other faces that people know of, you know, and mixing them in with the Groundhog. So there's a meme maker, just put more things in there that people put, let's say Tomawig or something like, put things that people can recognize and start doing like little content, little short little bits about that to get people's attention. Because I have not really seen something like, I really haven't seen too much of something like this. So, and I would continue adding more of this, add more of the faces and outfits, continue this process here. But yeah, I would continue adding this process here. And I would get on Ticker Trending. Definitely get on Ticker Trending if I'm you. Ticker Trending, I don't know if I still got it here. What I would do also is consider adding Ticker Trending to this, because Munchie, yeah, this is, because right now you're like, all right, but then your best thing to me is this here. This is your best thing right here. Munch your own meme. This is like your best thing. I will build things around here, put some like little videos around it, show people how to create this. This should be your flagship thing. Build a lot of things around this, because this is unique. You don't really see this a lot. And then I will get on Ticker Trending. I'll definitely would get on here, contact Ticker Trending, for you get even more exposure. Yeah, that's what I would do. If you're not on here, I don't see your name on here. So I will get on Ticker Trending and then build around this here, your munch, your memes. I won't worry about the market cap yet, but if you're building this, this will go up. This has a chance of going up. There's a chance of going up, but you got to build that. You got to be more creative with that. I would do that. That's what, and this is the, guys, this is the time you want to be creative with your projects. Whatever project you, especially for me, find out what's missing. Everybody wants the chart to go up, but the thing about it, though, the chart will eventually go up if you continue to work on your stuff. The chart will go up if you're still working on improving what you're doing. Everybody wants the chart to go up. Chart go up. Everybody only look at charts, but it's the work behind it, and it starts with the community, obviously, and the team. And finding out what areas are you good at? What areas that makes us, like, what is the best thing you guys do? And build around that. Build around that. What's the best thing we have to offer? And don't say community, because everybody else say community. Other than the community, what's the best thing you got around? Because everybody say community. But what is it something else? What is the best thing you have? Why should somebody join this. And other than low cap, other than nice community, other than entries. So my thing is you just build it up a little bit there. But with Groundhog, and I know I'm still on this, I know. Because I do like this. The Munch on meme. I will build around the Munch on memes. I will build around here and adding more characters, more background, more text, more head, more faces, more outfits. I will add more things here and build that around there. And I will build that. I would definitely build around that. That's what I would do. And then I would definitely get on like ticker trending, because it's another place where you can be found. So ticker trending, I will get on that as well. And then I would my X page, I would like this. I would like this up, bro. I would like this thing up with memes, with funny things, with cartoon stuff, with picking on Pepe. I would be creating narrative. Put like, hey, the Groundhog, he found a quarter and Pepe stole it, whatever. I'll be creating all kinds of storylines and narratives. Make this shit fun and exciting, and people will come eventually. Make your shit fun. Memes supposed to be fun. They're not serious. Now, utility, you got to get all serious, Got to get serious, put your shirt and tie on based on the utility. But if it's a meme, make it fun and exciting. Think about what got you into like a meme. It was fun and exciting. And be creative with it. And think outside the box. Groundhog, the first thing I think about Groundhog, I think about Bill Murray and the Groundhog Day. Why not the Groundhog Day something in there? Hell, I put get like a Bill Murray statue, put Bill Murray part of it. Because the first thing I think about, I think it's called Munching Groundhog on so. I will throw Bill Murray up in there because that's the first thing I thought of on the Groundhog Day. He kept repeating the same day over and over again. You can put that in the Groundhog, the same thing. Or find out, like, in terms of a groundhog, what is the groundhog's biggest enemy? Or what do they eat? What do they do? Like, find the history of groundhogs. Find some history on the groundhog. I know I'm going about this. Groundhog. What do they eat? I know I'm going a little bit too long on this, and I'll get back on this because I'm like, man, 7 things. This, and then I'm just trying to teach you guys. Like, I'm not just teaching. I'm just getting you guys to think outside the box on your own projects. It's like doing some research, doing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever research. And so look at this. So what I did on the groundhog, it literally says the things they eat. What they eat? There's groundhogs. Also, they eat a lot of plants, a lot of fruits, nuts, foods to avoid, tips on feeding ground. So I would find like a food or something, it's carrots, maybe throw a rabbit in there, throw some, do some research on that, like dig deep into that stuff, That's what I would do. I would look at other areas of where I could be build around that meme maker. Build around this meme maker right here. You see this meme maker? Let me see. Build around that meme maker. Keep adding shit. Keep adding stuff on there. This right here. Munchie, if you guys are around listening or whoever, build around this. Build around this. That's what I would do. Build around this. Keep adding stuff. And yes, build around that meme maker. That's what I would do. See, right here, you said mini game on website funded. This generates your best thing. I'm just keeping it real. Best things, and then you need memes for it. And then meme maker, build that thing up. Make the meme maker, if you can, make a meme maker is a video. Little videos out of it. Build around that. That meme maker Munchie, build around that thing, bro. And then put other characters in there. Put a Shiba doll, put a Pepe frog, put other characters in there like they can dress up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? put different scenes in there and all that kind of build around that. I would do that. That's what I would do. Build around that meme maker. Yeah, man. And you may have something here. I think you'll have something. You build around this, you got something. Yeah, put other characters in there, put other stuff in there. Yeah, just build around it and you'll be just fine. So it's got potential. I know it's low market cap, but it's got potential to where it can get up, by a mil. Why not? Just keep going, guys. Keep going. The biggest thing is keeping going. Don't give up. You like it? You got to build some stuff, think outside the box. So yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. So going back to what I was saying before, real quick. Go back and Groundhog it's got potential. I like that meme maker. I know I really like that. Man, you can do so much with that. I'm really at such a low market cap. You actually got something that other projects don't even have, and they're way over $1 million. Damn, man. I don't know, man. Yeah. Well, I do know. It's got potential. It does. I actually really like that, man. I really do. Because I think sometimes we so worry about the chart. Guys, build. Remember what CZ said earlier? Remember, let me bring that up real quick. CZ said this, and we got to get back to this, man. Got to get this. Let me show you this. This was CZ. CZ says, building versus buck chasing in the blockchain world. Got to get back to this, guys. All this, I need the chart to go up now, all this kind of stuff. Bro, it will if you're building something. It will, man. It will. This is what he says. He says, building versus buck chasing in the blockchain world. Which meaning is just build. Just build, guys. Unpopular opinion. 99% of people are here to make it. This is this person said. Who said that? That's it. Yeah. Look at this. Guys, this says it all. This says it all. That's why people are not right. I mean, normally, guys, would be thousands of people up in here because the chart's not going because they're not making quick bucks. People don't want to mess with it. And instead of them saying 99% of the people are here to make a quick buck, 1% are building. So Groundhog, all your project, just build, bro. Just build. All these projects here, let me go here. Just build the bunks. SWP, I love SWP. Purple on here. Just build. All here, all you guys here, build. You got CZ, which is a freaking billionaire. Just build. 99% are here to make a quick. Bro, that don't always happen a lot of the times. Look at this. He really said, unpopular opinion. 99% of people are here to make a quick buck. 1% are building. Real money is in the ladder. He's right. He's right. The real money is in the ladder. It's there. It really is. I know people don't want to hear about it. I don't know. Probably going to look over to your left and look back to your phone. It's true. If you don't believe it, then you're going to have a tough time. Because think about it, even with a meme coin like Shiba, remember it started out August of 2020. It started August 2020. Bro, the all-time high was October of 2021. So that thing was like basically over a year by the time that hit to real profits. So the people who bought like in 2020, August, they don't buy towards the end of 2021, that's when they had their money. But it took a year and it took a lot of shit. Think about what XRP. XRP was like 10 cents, 20 cents in 2021. 2025, that damn thing is like $2, almost $3. That thing was 10, 20, 30 cents in 2021. I remember because I had bought it. I think it was like 10, and I think it went down to 7 cents. People were freaking out then. 7 cents. 7 cents. And now I think it's $2. But you have to wait a few years. And I know that's not popular right now, but all I'm saying, hold on. All I'm saying is this. Have some plays that's long-term. Have some plays. It's okay to have a play or two that's kind of short-term. You're like, I don't know, I'm just kind of here. But put your your energy to more long-term plays. That is real. The real money is. It is long-term. You know if it's long-term. You know that. Don't tell me you know that, but like if it's some skunk, you know good and well that thing ain't gonna go nowhere. I'm just throwing something out there because the skunk could. So it's skunky or some skunk in you, bro. That may be a few hours, maybe a few minutes, you know. But look at stuff. Have majority of your stuff that's more long term. That's where the money's at. I mean, you get talking to somebody like here. He says it's unpopular because 99%. He's right. 99% will end up losing money while 1% will win in the end. Yeah, and then you have my guy Jake. My guy Jake said the same thing. At least all are saying the same stuff, man. Leia said the same things. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. What I'm saying on my stuff was even with my Shinobi story where I was all crazy and stuff because I lost my own game plan. I stopped following my own game plan. I had a game plan on taking profits and it had my own moon and my moon bag. The problem is my moon bag was too small. It was way too small. It was small, bro. That thing, my moon, and then that thing needed to go up. And what I should have did is took my moon bag was way too small, you know. So that was my issue. It was way too small. Like it was too small than what I planned it to be. Because you only one that gonna know what's the right plan for you because of events that's happening. And I'm just telling you guys, it's okay to have a quick play. It's okay. But most of your stuff should be at more long term. It's okay to have one or two, on the side, one or two. But most of your energy, I'm talking about most of your energy should be long term. It's long term, not stuff it's going to be in and out. Now, if you're going to build something, build it right. Don't just build it because the chart go up, take profit, and leave home. Don't do that because people are going to see right through that and be like, man, this ain't going nowhere. That's why people don't jump on stuff until it starts moving the chart because it's now they're convinced, oh, this is for real. See, people don't mess with stuff around 200,000, 300, not necessarily 100,000, not necessarily, but that shit goes up to $1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it gets people's attention because it's like the bat signal came on. This is for real, even though it may not be. It could just be a big pump, bro. Look at the community. Look at how they're building the community. Go to some of the better communities or go to a good community. You could be a low cap token. Literally, great community, positive. You're putting out content out. You're putting out tweets out, putting out videos. You got your X spaces. You got your meetings. If you stick to that, you will be successful. If you stick to that and you're building things, it will be successful in time. It will be. Problem is, people quit. They don't give it a chance. They're like, I don't see the chart moving. My stuff is now. I'm gonna sell out, and they just go. And then few months later or whatever, that same project that's been building goes up. Happens all the time. It's gonna happen again. It's gonna be a project you just left last night. They wasn't building fast enough for you, but they're just building because they're just building. You left months later, that thing goes up, and you sit there like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? It happens all the time. It happened to me. Yes, it has. It happened to me. It happened to me before. Yeah. The thing is, for me, was I didn't get completely out of it, but I should have added more. Mine was Shiba. Like I said, I said a Shiba story every time. I didn't buy enough when I had a chance. I was told, I was coming straight, you need to buy it. It was one time he called me. He was like, all he talked about was just buying this thing. I kept saying, hey, you know about XRP, Bitcoin? He's like, Shiba, buy it. Get it. Buy it. I'm telling you, I could have said, hey, man, there is Batman flying in the sky, and he wants you to say something. I'm busy. I'm buying Shiba. You should be buying Shiba too. he stick with the same game plan. He had a plan. It did not matter. And then now he's multi-millionaire, flying around, whatever. I can't get hold to him now. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I hear from him here coming up. Flying around. He may be a damn superhero flying around. How much money he got? He is probably a damn superhero. I bought myself a superhero. It's me. So, but going back to some of this stuff, man, yeah, I mean, it's true. It is. So whatever project you're in, it just understand it's a process. It's a process. It's a process in all this. And it's not popular because we want that. We want that instant gratification. And then we kind of want to brag about it. You see, I told you it was going to go high. I told you. So we're going to go back and brag to our peers and whoever. And I know because, listen, I was there too. I want to brag too. Yeah, I told you. You thought this was a scam. Listen, if you're in a good community or a good utility project that's building for the future and they've got a nice base going on, you see a problem and they solving a serious problem out in the market, you're in the right place. If you're in a utility project that's solving problems every day, every week, every month, whenever, you're in the right place. Look, just think about the problems. It don't have to be a major problem, just a problem. A problem. You don't have to find the most major problem. You're in the right place. Now, that's a utility project. If you're in a meme project and that community is still bullish, when the chart goes down and up, you're in the right project. When the community is still, not everybody ain't gonna be bullish. People are gonna be freaking out, but majority of the people, your leaders, your foundational people, if they're still bullish or still excited about the project, you're in the right place. If majority of them are freaking out, all this stuff, you're in the wrong place. I know. If you're in a project, a meme coin project, and 90% of them are freaking out, you're in the wrong place. I'm talking about like everybody. You're in the wrong place. I'm sorry. You're in the right place if most of them are still excited and bullish about it. That's speaking act, because some people are hiding. They don't really say too much, but I'm talking about them actually showing something. You're in the right place. You're in the right place because that tells me that conviction. It tells me that no matter what, I'm still going to be here because everything don't stay up and everything don't stay down. You're going to have your ups and your downs. But if you're still like, listen, we're down 29% or we're down 75%. That's got to be hard, though. I'm still here. Man, if you still through all that, and the team, whoever's kind of like front running this thing, who's running this thing, and they still bullish, like real, and they ain't selling anything on the side, you're in a good place. And you're still out there on Twitter or X and speaking your mind. Listen, we still here. Close the door before you leave here. Or, heck, I'm still here, even though I have no more hair because I pulled it all out. But that's what you want to be. You want to be in those type of communities. Or going back to utility, if it's solving a problem, you're in the right place. Now, if it's utility and it's not really solving much of a problem, that's when you need to start thinking. You got to be like, well, people use this. Well, the community uses this. Well, everyday people use this. Well, a person uses this. So most utility projects obviously it's designed to solve. It's supposed to be designed to solve a problem. But if it's solving a problem out there, then yes. Yes. They're solving problems. Yes. If you solve a problem with the S, you definitely need to be staying in. If it's solving a problem, good to stay in. It's good. Stay in. Stay in, bro. If they're solving problems, keep yourself in there, bro. I don't care how low that damn thing goes. At least keep something in there. Well, consider keeping something there, because I can't really tell you. Keep something in there. Keep something in there. I mean, I get it. You may want to move some stuff around. Keep something there. They solving problems with the S. Problems. You better. Yeah. I would consider sitting in there. But in terms of waiting too long to sell this token, yeah, I mean, I did. And the main reason why is because I got off my plan. I got away from what I initially was going to do because the last two mistakes, I was afraid of making a third mistake. And so that was the thing. And what I should have did was not like start completely over. Like, you know, those things are in the past and stick to the plan no matter what. And that's what I should have did. Now, 4 years later, obviously, you know, things are much different in terms of like thinking and planning and kind of breaking things down. But much better. Yeah. But I would say, like, when I was out and doing the videos, I was sticking to the plan. The thing is, I was sticking to the plan when I was telling people. Cause I mean, I was telling the truth. Yeah, this was going to go to billions. I saw it. But back then, it's like I was just second guessing myself, overthinking, and I was like, I don't know. I was kind of dancing with myself, even though nobody was with me dancing. I was dancing with myself. I was doing all this. And so I shouldn't be doing the dance. I should have been like, stop the dancing, follow the script. But I was doing all of this. I was doing the dancing. So I don't want you to dance. I just want you to stay kind of put your plan together, follow your plan, may make some adjustments along the way based on events, but stick with that. Stick with your adjusted plan. Make sure it works. Look over it, things like that. So just be careful with that. Because waiting too long to sell a token, man, it does not feel good. And I was like, and I didn't, when I started selling, it was kind of like, it wasn't too late. It just, I felt it was too long. I felt it. I felt this thing was too long. I was like, first of all, I didn't have enough to sell when it did get to the top. Like I didn't have enough that I was supposed to have. And then second, it just didn't, I was just selling and it was like, man, this it didn't even feel right. It didn't feel right, even though you see it like, oh my God, yeah. But it just didn't feel right. You're like, yeah, I'm happy. But it didn't hit I didn't follow my plan. I think that's what it was. I didn't follow my own plan, adjusted plan, and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it happens. You got to go through processing and understanding that, you know, those things happen. And I definitely learned from it. And if you're a small cap project, just don't give up. Even if you 80K or 800K or 8 million, it's all the same. You still got to still show up and believe and build and all. It's all the same. It's all the same, really, if you think about it. You still got to show up and believe and put it out there as a community, as a team. Now, if you stop believing in it, then you may need to make some decisions. That's what you have to do. But the project I showed you, like the Munchkin Groundhog, they actually have potential. Once again, I mean, the person was like, you know, can you look at this? I mean, bro, like it actually has potential. You know, if they can just take the best thing you have, if they could just take the best thing they have, which is this meme generator, at least from what I'm seeing, bro, and just build around this. Build your foundation around this. Add other characters together. Just build it. And maybe collab with other projects and build like a freaking meme or whatever out of your munchie. Man, listen. Just use the best thing you got and just put it out there. I mean, put it out there. This is what we have. This is what we buy. Just put it out there. And in time, if you keep up with it, yeah, it will go up. In time, if you stick with it. Now, if you're coming in all negative, oh, I don't know, then you're going to lose the community. You're going to lose people. And people going to freak out. Because people usually freak out when they see somebody in there that's kind of, that they may kind of look up to or whatever. And when the captainship goes down, everybody goes down. You know, everybody goes down. So just stick with it. Stick with it. Go get it. All right. My name is Adam Shelton. I'm the captain. Thank you for watching the Captain Show. And I think I'm going to come back tomorrow. We've got more things to talk about. I'm going to try to come back tomorrow. About the same time, same channel. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.